Take two. Ow!
Hola!
Shalom,
We're the
we're
Austins.
Shalom. My bad, got a little tongue tied. But today, we're doing part 2 on have a waiting subtitle, having submitted power, and we have our guest. Our
The
guest couple.
Garcia.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, well, my name is Louis Garcia. Got my lovely, beautiful wife, Shaman Garcia. Glad to be here with y'all today.
All right, so we have. This interview gonna be very brief. It's only 7 questions, but we're gonna get, you know what I'm saying, our bro and sis, one of our favorite couples, insight on waiting and having submitted power.
Okay.
So let's keep this up. We're gonna jump straight in. So first question: how do you feel? It's a 2-parter. Okay. So how do you feel about the topic waiting?
Mm-hmm.
Now again, context of waiting on the Lord to move, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second part of that first question is, do you feel you have submitted your power?
Okay.
In the context of waiting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do I feel about waiting? Mm-hmm. Well, in my life, regarding my wife and I, the waiting has been very long. Very long, 8 to 9 years.
True
but
story.
Talk about having to go through the process, believing that God has said it, and believing that He was working everything out. So it was a lot of patience, endurance, a lot of having to have faith. Believing that God's gonna come through. Okay. And then the next question was
It's the same. It's the second part.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel you have submitted your power?
Waiting.
In waiting, because you hear God and God answers you.
Oh yeah. And I was tested. I was definitely submitted. I submitted to it. At a point, I did get frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. I had my moments. I was mad. I was upset.
Right.
And I even questioned, like, God, am I going crazy? Like, what is going on?
Right.
But when I finally heard from the Father and He spoke to me, He's like, "You're not going crazy. He used somebody to prophetically speak to me."
Yeah.
And He used that person to say, "You're not going crazy," and basically everything's gonna work out. So,
right.
Yeah. So that definitely helped out a lot. And submitting, like, God, okay, I surrender.
Okay. What about
Question.
what about Ms. Garcia? What about you?
So the first question was, how do I feel about waiting? Well, I'll say the Father taught me how to wait the right way. Because there's waiting where you can feel like you're stagnant.
Yeah.
And there's waiting where you're in a posture of expectation. And I think that's where the Father was adjusting me, because growing up, I was used to things taking an extremely long time when sometimes they didn't have to.
Yeah.
But when the Father puts a promise in front of you, the waiting is with posture for that thing to come to pass. So you're not just like waiting,
Facts.
like dwindling, This is gonna happen. Lord. It's actually with a posture of expectation, and you're praying into that thing coming to the pass. So it's a different posture than just waiting without that expectation. So I can say He corrected my perspective of waiting with expectation. And because I knew there was something ahead, it gave me the security to say I can wait.
Yeah.
I'm willing to wait because you're working on it.
As you speak right now, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus.
I can wait from that place of security because I have an expected end. Now, if I didn't have that expected end to know what the Lord was saying about the wait, there wouldn't have been no reason to enjoy the wait or to hunker. How do I say it? Make the wait work for me.
Gotcha.
If I say it like that. So I would say the Lord used waiting and teaching me about waiting to do it the right way and not thinking of it as, I'm just waiting here, Lord. What you gonna do? No, what are you expecting of me for that promise that you put in front of me?
Yeah, you ministering. If you want to know why, watch part 2 of this video. Yeah. Waiting, subtitle, having submitted power.
Yeah.
Part 1, sorry. Part 1.
There you go. Yeah.
Part 1. Okay.
I have a spontaneous question, actually.
Yeah.
This is off the books.
Like hitting off of what you said. So, since y'all waited for 8 to 9 years, right?
Yeah.
Remembering what God had already said was to be for y'all, how do y'all feel that set y'all up for future times of having to wait on God?
Well,
That's good.
I know for me, it built my confidence and believing if I ask God for something else, is like I know He gonna come through if He say it.
Yeah.
Like I have to have a firm like this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Once He gives me like okay this house for an example, if you ask for a house, He said we're gonna have it. Now I'm at this point like God, if you did it for her, I know for sure you'll do it for something else.
Yeah.
And so I'm at that place now. I'm like God, I have complete trust. So if it doesn't happen right away, I know things are working out for me to get to where I need to be to.
So it makes an unshakable foundation.
Yeah.
That's the best way to say it. Because it's like whether it's short or long.
Yeah.
Because we've experienced both.
Yes.
So we know the Father's working in both scenarios.
Yeah.
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 And then the second part to that question was it?
Do you feel like you have submitted your power?
Do I feel like I've submitted my power? To the extent that I know. Because there's new things, like
That's true.
there's always a test and just even with you all knowing our testimony with having gotten pregnant and then losing our first little one, waiting on the Father again for His perfect timing, knowing that He's considered everything that we don't know, He's considered our preparation, He's considered the things that we need to be able to nurture what He's giving us, to be able to steward that life well. So, so I would say the Father has allowed me to experience submitted power to the degree that I know already.
Okay.
There's more learning.
That's some kind of textbook, but yeah, I like it.
It's true.
Okay, all right.
Can I add something?
All right.
I recognize too how just who He is as a father, like, and He loves us. So it even if we don't understand it, it's just that basics of the foundation of knowing who He is and how He loves us. Like He loves us, like, and so when just that alone, knowing that He cares about us, knowing that everything around that situation, whatever we're asking, whatever our request is, He gonna answer that because He loves us. Like He really loves us.
Yeah,
So,
that's good.
so that
real
foundation
faith.
is real. Yeah.
Real faith.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
This guy, Jesus. Okay, so this was the second question. How did y'all feel about letting us into your home for a season?
Yeah, get in there. Get in there.
Well, when I first met
Get in there,
y'all,
the rawness.
when I first met y'all, because y'all are believers, off tops, I had no doubt who you guys were.
That's true.
I saw you guys praise. I saw you guys worship, and then a little drops of nuggets. How I talk, how we conversate. And your little history before y'all came in. I can tell the faith you guys had already. So. And me, I'm just I'm with that. I get my home. Like that's never been a problem. So and just knowing that I can help, that's just kind of where my heart was. But I knew where you guys were. Like your heart was pure. Like there was no like contention, no strife. There was nothing like trying to, that will make my home feel bad or
Hallelujah. That's discernment.
It was certainly your spirit was pure. So that's what allowed me to come on in.
And this was when you first met them and when this recent time with them coming into town.
Oh, you talking about this time? Oh,
yeah. He's going all the way back.
Yeah, again, that's because I know y'all. I know your hearts. Like that, when you know a person, over the years, because it's not like we just met like yesterday, it has been time where, we had to build that relationship. But I knew if I have something, I can't just be like, I'm praying for you, but knowing that I have it.
Yeah, that's scripture.
So I'm like, look, and then, I got more than enough. And the Father had blessed me to be a blessing. He gave me more than enough to allow me to be a blessing to y'all. So, good talk.
Come on.
And then, the question was,
how did you feel, about allowing us to come into y'all home for a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
this season of our waiting on God. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I can agree with Lewis in saying that the foundation that we built with you all earlier, and not only just you guys being friends, but like actively being people that sowed into us when it came to us getting together and being married, like the sacrifice that you guys put in
That's
through
right.
prayer, through
That's right.
encouragement.
Yeah.
Oh
Through,
my
like-
goodness, y'all.
Cried out to love y'all.
Listen. Listen.
And just like, you know, even the
Yes,
times
that's
that we
true.
individually came over to your place, and it was just like, you know, refreshing and just being able to express and you guys staying encouraging, that solidifies the character, like you guys' heart. Now in the context of us being married now, and
Newlyweds.
newlyweds,
Congratulations.
just
Yeah,
been 1 year.
1 year, y'all.
1 year marriage.
Yeah.
I will say I was in my flesh. I was challenged initially because I was thinking about like, for me, I was thinking about just like having to think about more things, like not having as much like freedom to just do whatever, whenever. Thinking
I'm battling that
about
every day.
and because again, like I shared with you guys, having grown up where my parents opened their home up to families and stuff like that before, I had seen some of the negative sides of that. But the interesting thing is when I went down the list of all the things that I've gone through that weren't positive experiences with that, when I thought about it really logically, I was like, there is legit no fuel for that with the Austins though, because like they've never shown any of those qualities. So for me, even though that was kind of like my default anxiety about it, when I really thought about it, I was like, actually that doesn't make sense, and this is a waste of time to like be concerned about it. And I will say, like, you know, even the conversation you and I had about a woman owning her home and her space and making it like, you know,
Comfortable for her.
comfortable for